Well, welcome everybody to our online series on addiction and recovery from the Sunshine Coast Health Center up here in Powell River, BC. And we've been talking about this principle of living life on life's terms and as part of recovery. And one of the keys then is to understand, well, what are these terms of life? If I'm going to live on them, I better know what they are. So we've had a series so far dealing with various things, and our last topic is on this term of few things in life are black and white. If you think about this, it's actually quite true. For example, let's say you get a promotion at your job, and you think, oh, this is good, this is great. More money, more respect, more responsibility, so this is great. But if you think about it, it may not be all that great. Maybe it means a lot more work at the office. Or maybe it means you have to take work home from the office. Maybe there's a lot more stress when things don't go quite right. Maybe there'll be time at work that's taken away from time with the family or time with hobbies. Yeah, so two sides to a coin, right? Or maybe you think, oh, I got laid off from my job. Oh, this is terrible. And that's true. And there are a lot of worries, how are you going to pay the bills, all that kind of stuff. On the other hand, well, perhaps it'll be an opening to get a better job. Perhaps be an opportunity to return to school and get some upgrading. I mean, there's all these other things that are potentially there. Maybe in an odd way it'll be a good thing. And in life, this seems to be kind of a constant principle. One of the things that sort of drives me crazy is when I read research in psychology where it talks about negative emotions, like anger. Well, I don't know. Anger is kind of normal and natural. I don't really see anything negative about it. I can see how people's reactions when they're angry could be bad, but anger, I don't know, it's kind of normal and Mother Nature gave it to us for a reason. So maybe anger could be good. Same thing, we can take most of the emotions. I mean, most people think guilt is a bad thing, but actually, I don't know, maybe a pretty good thing, right? Guilt is a signal that we're behaving in a way that goes against what we truly believe. So in many ways, guilt is a very good thing. So this idea that, yeah, maybe things aren't black and white, maybe there's good and bad about just about everything in life, it's pretty foundational to this concept of living on life's terms. The great Viktor Frankl has a technique which he calls de-reflection. And in that technique, what the counselor does is help this person who may be dwelling on all the negative things about them. Oh, I'm such a bad person. Oh, geez, I shouldn't have done that. And Frankl tries to help the client look at the good part, look at the strengths. Well, what are you good for? What are your strengths? What resources do you have? You know, if we had your best friend here, what would that person say about you as a human being? And probably wouldn't all be bad, right? So a lot of even techniques we use in therapy are promoting this idea that, well, maybe there are always two sides to things. Maybe you're not all that bad. Maybe there's some good in it. Or maybe we can take this terrible struggle that you're going through and somehow work through it and emerge at the other end stronger. And we hear this one quite a bit. So many people I know in recovery have told me they are thankful that they had an addiction because it made them stronger as a human being and it made them more appreciative of life. With this thing called trauma going on, which is in the news now, particularly with the combat soldiers, well, one of the things that we're discovering in our research is that people who've gone through trauma often say that they have a greater appreciation of family. They have a greater appreciation of the beauty of life. So again, these two sides seem to keep coming up. And I always thought it would be great to talk to Bill W. and and what his life was like, and how he looked at his addiction and his recovery, and did he what did he exactly discover about all of this? That would he have lived his life over again? Was he happy the way things were? Was he did he have to dig deep and pull out some inner resources in order to overcome his alcoholism? All of these things, these are very common things for people in recovery, and people who have gone through any sort of traumatic experience or any sort of suffering, to come out stronger because of it and have their lives enriched because of it. So this principle then that we're talking about, that very few things in life are black and white, seems to be a principle of just what it means to be alive in the world. And again, if we're going to live life on life's terms, this may be a good thing to keep in the back of your mind, that yeah, maybe things aren't black and white. Maybe there's maybe that guy isn't a total jerk. You know, maybe there's some good stuff about him. And maybe, oh, this terrible thing that happened, oh geez, you know, I lost my driver's license. Well, I don't know, maybe you get some exercise out of the deal, right? And to have that attitude towards it. Anyway, that's it for this topic, and we'll be back next time with a new topic.